Hello everyone, welcome to Onion Skin, and this is the Cutout animation series where we've been prepping a character called the Domestic Killbot for animation. Previously we've inked up the character and gotten all of his pieces, as you can see here, in a nice little chainy hierarchy thingy, but it's all still just a mess of lines that overlap one another because it's just tons of drawings overlaid. So in this video we're going to color him in. And there's a bit more to it than you might think, because Toon Boom doesn't really work like a lot of other programs do. You don't just choose a color and paint bucket it all in. So it might be a bit confusing at first, but the amount of advantages that you get from having a well-structured palette is unfathomable. So let's get started. Over here in the palette's view, you can see there's a pull-down menu that comes down, and this shows you all of the available palette lists in the file currently. At the moment there's only one, Cutout Essentials as I've called this one, and it has just the default set of swatches. So there's a plus button here, I'm going to press that and call him Killbot 1. Killbot 1. Yeah, typing. Okay, there we go. So it creates a new palette with just a single blank default black thing in it. I'm going to hit this plus a whole lot of times, and this creates more black swatches that are named different things. And I'm going to select a bunch of colors, name them, and create a palette library from it. So by double clicking on any swatch, it brings up a color picker, and we can choose whatever we like from here. If you're using advanced or premium, you should see a button around here that says multi-wheel mode or something like that. If you have that button, press it, and I'll be able to see you saying wow from here. So I'm going to choose a bunch of colors. I might make it a bit different to the studio version, I don't know. But I'll make a bluey one for the shirt, and could probably be quite similar actually, maybe just slightly different tints. Like a slightly rusted metal for the arms, maybe. Reddish tie. Dark grey gears. And what for the spikes, I wonder? Something that's kind of trimming. What about a golden color? That'll be fun. Alright, so these are just some base colors that I've selected at first, and what's really cool is there's no commitments. You're not marrying this stuff. We can update these colors whenever we like, so I'm going to go through and just name them first. Call it shirt, main metal tie. I'm going to use it for the eyes as well. Joints and trimmings. Okay, so now I'm going to start going through and filling everything in. It's going to get confusing because there's so many layers piled up on top of one another, and you can only paint the current layer that's selected. So I'm going to go over to Drawing View, and this will show us just the current layer, and we can work our way down the chain, painting things as we need to. So I'm going to make this mohawk the joints color with the trimmings for the spikes. The paint bucket can circle select stuff, but does everything, which is a poop. So if you hold down, there is a paint unpainted tool, and if I circle select that, it does everything that currently isn't painted. How cool is that? So now I'm going to go through, go boop, 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 like that. And I'm just going to work my way through the whole thing. And there we go. So that's all painted up. We can see how it looks, and now I can start opening up the palettes and adjusting things to get it how I would like it to look after the fact. But before we really do that, I'm going to fix up some layering issues that are happening. Like, mainly just that bit. Boop. There we go. So how do you all think it should look? Like maybe these should be the joints color, maybe. No, but I will make that color a lot darker and change this to be the lighter one throughout. Oop. As well as the eyebrows. That was a neat idea, but it didn't work. Mohawk. Oh, eyebrow left needs to go above the mohawk as well. There we go. What do you think of this? It kind of looks like just golden underpants, doesn't it? What if I made these the trimmings color as well? Nope. That's okay. I'll change the shirt to something more business. Like a grubbied up. Something like that. If that was a deep red. Just kind of grunge everything up a bit. Give it the used coffee stain filter of modern video games. What's happening in there? Something inside the shirt is amiss. You can kind of see through the gaps, so I'm going to patch that up with a dark line there and fill it with joint color. There we go, it's better. Okay. That's looking alright. I think that'll do. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do to keep this palette organized is all the black lines that we did was drawn with the original palette black. And I don't really want that because everything else is inside this one, and this black default isn't used at all. And we can fix this very quickly and easily. So what I'm going to do, so to do this, I'm going to select this default black and open it up and make it like a pink color at first. This will just prove to ourselves that the effect has worked. With the black selection tool, select the red arrow, and this does a select by color mode. So it'll select everything that is a particular color across the layer that it belongs to. So if I select any black, it'll select all the black on that layer, and if I touch on the swatch that I want it to be, all the black will become that. So I'm just going to work through each layer now, updating it to the pink. And this is why I made it pink, because if you're doing it from one black to another, you've got no proof that it worked. So this just gives you a guarantee. Like, you see how it only does some of it? Sometimes it is weird, but... Okay, with all the outlines, now the confirmed new black. Open it up again, make it black. And it looks exactly as it was, and now I can just change the name of this swatch to outlines. And there we go. There's the palette set up for the Killbot done and dusted. So we are now very, very close to starting to animate. So join me soon and we will put the final touches on this rig. You can download this file in the description, how it was at the beginning of this video and at the end. So enjoy mucking around with experimenting how the palette system works. Have some fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming by. I hope you got something out of it. If you got stuck somewhere or something was a bit tricky, or if you have an idea for something else you'd like to see in a video, please let me know. In the meantime, you can check out some of my other stuff in those links just there. Oh. But thanks again, and I'll see you again soon.